And this is Mawdu' al-Bahth. Today, this is what we're going to talk about, this aspect of the ayah. If you look at this universe and everything that Allah created, you will see two things. Very clear, you should see that. Number one, you will see that everything has a goal and is going towards a goal. Everything Allah created. Human beings, jamad, things like that, nabat, haywanat, plants, animals, everything is going towards a goal. One. The second thing is you will see and you will notice that there is a certain pathway that leads to that goal for every human being or every single thing that Allah created. So we have masa, pathways, and we have hadaf. We have a goal. I'll give you examples. The cell, human being now, we are made up of cells. Every human being is made up of billions and billions of cells. Microscopic, you can't see them with your own eye, but they are there. They're cells and cells and cells, and they make a human being. Billions of them. Billions of them. Actually, the human being makes, or the human body makes every day, millions and millions of cells, new cells, every single day. Because millions and millions of cells every day die, and they are replaced. Look at this cell. One cell, microscopic, out of billions of cells, one cell. And this cell, Allah had given her, first of all, a goal. This cell has a goal to manufacture protein. The cells manufacture some kind of protein. And not only that, gave her the pathway to lead it to its goal, equipped. It has equipment. Every single one. Those of you who took biology or have some biological backgrounds, you will see that every cell has organelles, what we call. So the cell has a membrane, and then it has organelles, means organs. It has like little organs. It has Golgi apparatus that's specialized for packaging, making things, speeding things up. You have endoplasmic reticulum, that's what basically site of protein synthesis and all these things, ribosomes, the soft, rough endoplasmic reticulum. You have the nucleus, where now the order of making new proteins come from. Within that microscopic cell, billions of cells, every single one of them. You have a nucleus sending an order, make a new protein. All these organelles, you have mitochondria that gives them power, gives them money, gives them things to do things with. And then the cell ends up making what it is supposed to, end the goal. And then the life ends for that cell, and then new cell comes, and that new cell has also a goal, and also has equipment to reach that goal. Very specific. I'll give you an example. Your red blood cells, for example. Our blood has red blood cells. These red blood cells, they live 120 days. From the day they're born, they're given a death certificate. Now you're born, new red blood cell, thank you very much, you have 120 days to live. After 120 days, every red blood cell dies. That's if she's in a good shape. Because the body says if you're not in good shape, you're out before. If it doesn't lose its shape, after 120 days it dies, and this red blood cell has a goal. The goal is, for example, what? To transfer, to carry oxygen all the way to all the body. And when it's equipped, it has all the tools needed to do that job, and it dies, a new thing comes, and so on, and so on, and so on. That's how we live. That's one example. I give you one more example to make it clear. The seed of an orange. Seed of an apple, orange, all these things. This little seed that you take and you spit away all the time. I said that many times and I'll say it again so you can see it. Why? Because this little seed, what does it have inside of it? It has operation centers. It has maps. It has instructions. What kind of orange this orange will be. What kind of color this orange will have. What kind of shape this orange will have. Round, oval. What kind of taste this orange will have. What kind of fibers inside, how will it be aligned this orange will have. So many things, really. If you want to write these things, just writing, you'll need more space. But Allah, the Creator, made them in this little thing. This little seed of the orange, it is created, it has a goal. The goal is what? To become a tree. And it is equipped with everything it needs to become a tree. Specific pathways. It does not take any other pathway. Very detailed outline. More examples. The Shams. Wal-Qamar. The birds. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says this, وَمَا مِن دَابَّةٍ فِي الْأَرْضِ. Dabba means anything that walks on earth. These little insects, pests, anything that walks on earth. وَمَا مِن دَابَّةٍ فِي الْأَرْضِ وَلَا طَائِرٍ يَطِيرُ بِجَنَاحَيْهِ. Not a bird, not a single thing that walks on earth, or anything that flies, a bird that flies. إِلَّا أُمَمٌ أَمْثَالُكُمْ مَا فَرَّطْنَا فِي الْكِتَابِ مِنْ شَيْءٍ. All these things that you see are nations just like you human beings. Allah is telling us, these things are nations. And you see ants, they're nations just like us. Tribes and things. You see, anything you see that walks is nations like us. And the birds are also nations like us. They have everything. Allah says, مَا فَرَّطْنَا فِي الْكِتَابِ مِنْ شَيْءٍ. Everything is in this book, in the old, وَعِنْدَهُ أُمُّ الْكِتَابِ لَوْحٌ مَحْفُوظ. Everything is right there. These ants are this and this. And they have their own system, and they have their own social system, and they have their own economical system, and they have their own agricultural system, and they have their own political system, and they have their own leadership, and they have everything, and they have their own languages. Not only one language. Don't think, no. Yeah, just because we're human beings, we see. Many of these animals, or these insects, or these things that Allah created are multilingual. We said that many times, that now they said that the bees speak 3 languages, and ants speak 3 languages. They're multilingual. So they have their own ways. We don't know how they are, but Allah knows. Allah tells us this. إِن مِّن شَيْءٍ لَا يُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِهِ. Everything. There's tasbih to Allah. ولكن, Allah says, لكن لا تفقهون تسبيحهم. You don't know, the meaning of the ayah is you don't know how they do tasbih. Of course, you need knowledge to know. Because before human beings were able to talk and write, what were they doing? They have a different kind of medium of language of communicating. And then they evolve, they have knowledge, and that knowledge is applied, and then they reach this. Maybe now we're talking the language of physics and mathematics. Maybe 2,000 years ago we were not talking that language. Maybe after 1,000 years we'll talk a totally different language that people don't understand right now. Be too slow. And they say, oh, this is the Stone Age. 2004, this is the Stone Age. How these people were living like that. How? Because some people think, this should not, just the advancement in technology should not give us that arrogant thing. Because how are we living? These people are living like animals. That's not true. Believe me that those people that were living in the caves, many of them were much happier than those of us who live in palaces now. The caveman, many of those cavemen are much more happier than those who live in big palaces right now. They can't sleep because they commit injustice against this one, injustice against that one. Remember that Al-Qadi Shuraih, that's one of the Qudhah, big Qudhah. Al-Qadi Shuraih, he lived about, rahimahullah, he lived about 90 some years. He was from the time of Sayyidina Umar, Sayyidina Uthman, Sayyidina Ali, and even after that. And everybody made him a Qadi, a judge. And one time he was in Kufa, and a man who sells oranges on the street. He said, he's trying to buy, the Qadi is trying to buy something. He said, what do you do? He said, I'm a Qadi. You know me? Qadi Shuraih? Everybody knows me. He said, you are a man who makes judgments? He said, yeah. He says, you mean by if you say one thing, one man will go to jail, one man will go free? He said, more than that. If I say one thing, one man